Hi everybody, it's December 28th and I'm going to do a short tarot reading on COVID-19. Now people don't even bother with the 19, we just call it COVID. Everybody knows what it is, people are talking about it every day. So anyways, I just do a weekly reading to see what the tarot has to say about it. So if you're interested in receiving a weekly reading, just click below, subscribe, the bell, notifications, etc. I have a surprise coming up for you. I'm still working on it. I talked about it 2 weeks ago. I still have quite a bit of work to do on it. I have a really nice person, Ricardo, who's a techie, who's helping me with it. And so it should be ready in a few weeks, and I hope you like it. Okay, so I'm going to ask the cards. So we're looking at the next few months ahead, 2 to 3 months ahead. What do the cards have to say about COVID? I'm feeling very relaxed where I am right now and very grateful, like really grateful to be not in Canada right now. Of course, people could maybe shame me for flying, but I'm not flying back and forth. I'm here for a while, so hopefully there'll be some forgiveness there. Okay, so what does the tarot have to say about COVID for the next few months? One thing that was interesting that came up was that my friend today was talking about how there's going to be more interest in vibrational medicine. You know, about everything being energy, and I do energy work. And so I think that's exciting. I think a lot of positive changes, outside of the whole technological thing for people like myself that aren't really that into it, which is difficult. And the isolation and stuff like that. The idea of vibrational medicine becoming popular, that makes me feel really happy because I just believe there's so much potential for all kinds of healing to take place, not to replace traditional medicine, but to add to it. Because when it comes to certain things, there's nothing like traditional medicine. But, there's so many things that are involved in healing, right? Healing our minds and our hearts. When I first got here, I literally realized that even though I felt like I was fine, I had a little vibration happening inside me. And that was just the stress of the constant inundation of news and people talking and everything. So where I am now, because people aren't talking about COVID all the time, people are able to be outside, there's lots of sunshine. It's a very happy place to be. It's completely different. So just remember whatever's happening for you where you are. We never really know what's happening anywhere else unless we're actually there to witness it. So people can formulate all kinds of judgments about things that are happening in the world, but we don't really know unless we're there. Okay, let's continue with the reading. And so this is interesting. This is the 10 of Pentacles starting off. So I think this is reflective of the holiday season and people having a really deep appreciation for whatever they have right now, like being in the present moment, holidays from work, families getting together. I know there's restrictions. Some people are going to follow the rules, some people aren't. But ultimately, the idea of feeling like you have the love you need and the resources you need is how people are going to be feeling over the holidays, okay? So that's really nice. And right next to that, we have the moon reversed. So, we know that there's confusion. We don't know exactly what the truth is. We don't have all the answers yet. There's some people that, think that everything should just stay the way it is now, and there's all these lockdowns happening. Other people just feel like it's killing the economy. We should just move on. I can't say too much on this video because the algorithms will pick up on what I'm saying, and they'll shut me down. That's very concerning that there is, all this social media control right now. I'm highly opposed to that. I don't see any point in social media if people aren't able to express their opinions. I don't think people should say hurtful things against other people. So I don't know about regulating that and who makes that decision, but ultimately I feel like we should be able to express ourselves. Freedom of expression, very important. So here we have the moon. It's reversed though. So it's like, okay, bit of a dichotomy happening here. People very grateful, feeling grateful for what they have, enjoying the people around them, enjoying what they have, a sense of appreciation over the holidays. Really, really nice. So it's bringing out the best. But this underlying, not severe stress, but mild confusion about, things that are happening, especially with news that keeps coming out with more information. As soon as people adjust to the last piece of information, something comes out that just scares everybody again. So there is this underlying energy of, for some people, it will be, more of a spiritual journey in understanding how they are going to continue on their path. For some people who are more vulnerable, it is a stressful, darker energy, okay? And then as we're moving into the new year, well, we have an offering, okay? This is the offering. We're all looking for this. It's an offer of love, right? It's the Two of Cups. And it's sort of like a partnering card or an offer of love. So as we're moving into the new year, we have something really positive that's going to start bringing people together, that's going to make people feel more unified. So that's an interesting and very positive card, right? So maybe being together over the holidays, reinforcing people first, relationships first, maybe moving beyond materialism, maybe having some new ideas, maybe people changing their lives in a lot of ways for the better in a way that they wouldn't have because they realize they have to now. Maybe probably a lot more people starting their own businesses online and stuff like that too. So, this is an offer of love, and this is an offer of like an opening. It's like an opening of, I want to say sentimientos, but that's Spanish. We just don't have the same words in English that are as good as the ones in Spanish for explaining feelings. But anyway, and then next to this we have the 7, okay, of Pentacles reversed. And so again, it's like there's this dichotomy energy actually all the way through until the end here. What I see is this dichotomy, so we start with this appreciation, feeling abundant. This is like we're feeling abundant in what we have, and there's a feeling of gratitude over the holidays, but there's an underlying sense still of worry and confusion. And this will hit some people harder than others. Some people are really isolated over this time. It's very difficult. So if you're in a family group, I highly recommend you reach out to people now and think about the people that are on their own, live alone, that might be struggling and maybe don't even have contact with anybody, hardly ever, And a video chat can really, really help for people that are really lonely. And then we move into this. This is a partnering or an offering of love. It's a very positive card for the new year. But again, it's next to this card, which is reversed. And this is about working hard and focusing on what you have. There's nothing wrong with the 7 of Pentacles. It's like, it's work in progress. And you can see in this card, when it's upright, he's sort of eyeing what he has in front of him and what he needs to do. So he's very focused. This is a character who's very focused, he or she, on what they have to do and what the goals are. So people are going to move into the new year thinking about, okay, what needs to be done here. It's very practical. It's reversed again. So still some things to be sorted out, a little bit of confusion around that. So we do have this strong emotional component with the 10 of Pentacles, which is, very much a success card, and the 2 of Cups, which is very much offering of love. It's all about relationships and partnerships and stuff like that. Very good. And then just, focusing on the year ahead, getting focused, still with some questions, maybe some concerns about that. And of course, we know lots of people are affected by this economically. There's no way around it. And I think that's, that and people being isolated really are the big whammies here. And then we have the 2 of Priestess reversed. Okay, so now we're into February. So we had these cards are moving into January. This is end of December to end of January, end of February. So let's just say end of February, early March, we'll do the reading for these last two cards. Priestess reversed. Okay, so the Priestess is a card of mystery. It's a spiritual card, and it's a card of like a sort of a higher power. It's the things that aren't revealed in the tangible, concrete world. So she's reversed, and this card needs to be upright, because this is the card that is when you just cut through everything, all the day-to-day crap and all the practical things that we're constantly reminded about, and you go inside yourself and you know what the answers are, and you realize that everything is in transition, everything's a process, everything's in passing, and focusing on your own sense of personal power, you know, and linking yourself to the spiritual world, there's just so much power there that in dealing with all this other stuff. It's just like this other stuff is just like whatever, you know. Sorry, but anyways. So, but she's reversed. Okay, so everybody needs to move back into their solar plexus, back into their power spot, and let that guide you, because that won't lie to you, okay, as far as what you need to do, and it will make you feel strong and resilient with everything that's going on around you, and you'll stay grounded. You won't be sucked up in all the, you know. And then the Page of Wands. Well, the Page of Wands is like, let's go, right? Page of Wands it's a card of inspiration. It's a card of energy. It's not as like right to the point as like the Page of Swords. It can involve a message. It can involve a very positive message, something that's very hopeful. It can also just be an energy shift as far as like where we're heading. So this is like all of a sudden there's some optimism, some enthusiasm, some creativity, and all kinds of things, despite the High Priestess being reversed. So what I would say is we need to focus on our spiritual side and move into a place of hope and optimism, because it looks like things are going to be good. And the panic is dragging people down, but if we can move beyond that, we're really going to be just fine. Okay, so I don't know, maybe I should do a little muscle testing. And so when it comes to all this vibrational energy stuff, you know, it's like, it's based on the idea that we have the truth within ourselves. We just need to ask the question. So I'm going to ask the question in the new year, let's just say by March, next March, are people going to feel more relaxed? Yes, they are. Okay. So I know it might sound like I'm just dragging this out, but you know, things are changing all the time. The new year is going to bring lots of positive things to people, and even more so in spring as we move into the spring. Okay. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you next week. Thanks for listening.